this is Umesh, and I am the founder of PostPixel. We run an explainer video company here in the UK. Essentially, we create videos for companies. We create animated videos which explain and simplify what companies do, since most companies like to use a lot of technical jargon, which really doesn't make sense to the average Joe. And so we do that through animated explainer videos. And not only does that simplify things and keep things engaging, but also from a marketing standpoint and with a background in marketing myself, it generates companies more leads. And I guess Deepak's company of SEO does the exact same thing. So um, this is really a video testimonial that I'm creating for Deepak of Pearl Lemon. And I've known Deepak for I think around 6 to 8 months. We met in an interesting way, and ever since we've worked together, I've referred clients to him. So we've had all sorts of different relationships. But I think from a more friendships standpoint and him personally, uh, he's a very unique guy, very unique in the way he does things. This guy's business has grown extremely quickly, and you can see why when you talk to him and get on a call with him, you do realize the way he does things is very different to the average business owner. Now, how have I worked with Deepak? I really worked with him in two regards. Number one is with his B2B agency. I worked with him and he helped generate us more leads through cold emails and through other cold outreach, obviously lead gen. And I remember when I spoke to him, he the way he explained it to me was very simplified. He didn't start promising me results, because I remember previously I was speaking to four other companies, lead generation companies, who were all saying, okay, we will guarantee you leads. And previous agencies I have worked with, when it came to lead gen, they promised things, and of course they did not live up to the results that we wanted, or at least the results that they said they would. Whereas with Deepak, he kept things very simple. He kept things very realistic, and it's not like he um, overly started to say, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." He was very realistic with it, and I think that was extremely important. And I guess me knowing him personally does help with that. It's someone who I know I can trust. Now, um, that was the first method in which I worked with him, with was for the lead gen. We started off with I think a 4 week campaign. So he said to me, "Look, give me a month. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't go well, then we'll see what needs adjusting. If it does go well, then we can go from there." And most importantly, he sets things out in a very data standpoint, if that makes sense. So he says to you, "Okay, look, if we do this many emails or this many calls or whatever, then we would expect our KPI or our goal to be this conversion, this many responses, this many people, and of course, this many leads per day or per week or per month." And in the end, it kind of resulted in a very, very consistent influx, or whatever the word is, of leads coming in through the pipeline. And these weren't just any old leads. These weren't just any old people that are booking call with us, but these were actual very solid leads with people that we want to work with. And I think that is, as a business owner, very important. And I think after 4 weeks of working with him, we end up getting to, I think, what was it, 7 leads per week. So um, within 3 weeks, we got to 7 leads per week, and then we started to increase that. And then it got to a point where he was bringing us too many leads. So we had to dial it down a bit until we change our internal processes and we automate our business and hire more people so that we can take on the load that they are giving us. So I guess that's a good problem to have. He's got a wide range of experience when it comes to marketing. And you need to bear in mind, this guy is a very open and honest person. Like, he literally shares everything about his life, everything about his business to people, which I think is a bit weird, but um, it, honesty always tells, and you can see how it's working for him. Now, the second format in which I worked with him was with a partnership we had together. So what I would do is I would, any client that I knew, my existing clients that would need SEO, what we would do is we would refer the client to Deepak and would say, "Look, have a chat with Deepak. You don't need to buy anything, but just have a chat with him and you can go from there." I ended up doing this. We started this around 3 months ago, and now Deepak is my go-to SEO guy. If I have a client who I know can benefit from SEO, I will send them to Deepak, because I know that he will only take on clients that he thinks will actually generate results for. Because I have in the past gave him clients, very good clients, and he said to me, "Oh, I really like them, but they're not going to benefit from SEO, even though they were ready to invest and pay or whatever you want to call it. So again, it goes back to the whole honesty thing. And I think the most important part of any business owner when it comes to hiring and interviewing and all of that stuff is take away all the portfolio, take away all the case studies. At the end of the day, you're always looking for the right person to work with. You're always looking for someone who you know you can trust. And I think that is Deepak's greatest quality. You know, obviously he's delivering the results, otherwise I definitely would not be making this video. But more importantly, him as a person, very easy to get along with, very organized and structured in the way he communicates with you. And that helps. It makes the project run so much smoother. When I was doing B2B lead gen with him and he was giving us all these leads, very clear communication. And I remember every day he would literally pop me an email saying, "Hey, how's it going? Is there anything you're unhappy with? Is there anything you'd like to give us feedback on? How can we improve?" And even though he was getting me results, he kept asking me, "How can I improve? How can I make you an even happier client?" And that speaks miles and a lot about him as a person. So if you are watching this video, definitely recommend Deepak for SEO or B2B lead gen. I've worked with him for both, and I can tell you that he does deliver results. And of course, at the very least, if you're watching this video and you're on the fence, you should just have a chat with him, find out for yourself, and I guarantee that you will leave either investing into him or feeling happy that you spoke to him in the first place. So yeah, this is Umesh, Postpixel. Thanks a lot, Deepak, for all your help, and I'll see you soon, actually.